About 5 years ago, I attended a garden day and one of the speakers did an excellent talk on growing hostas. Last year, I contacted her to do a show with me for Prairie Yard and Garden. We were all set, and then a windstorm came along and blew down a tree in her yard, crushing her hostas. Well, that put the kibosh on that show, but when I called Jackie Fremming this year, she said, "Sure, come on over for a visit." Thanks, Jackie, for letting us come.
Yeah, nice. And this year the weather is cooperating. It's no storms so far.
What is your background?
My background is in mycology. If you know what that is, it's the study of mushrooms. But when we moved to Minnesota, I was looking for a job, and there was a job with extension. I didn't know what extension was, but I applied. I got the job, and it turned out that part of my job was coordinating the Master Gardener program in Crow Wing County. So that's how I got connected with plants. But yes, mushrooms, and if you look around, you're going to see a lot of little decorations related to mushrooms because that was my field. That's what I went to school for.
How did you get started growing hostas?
I remember the very first time I saw a hosta, if you believe that, because they don't grow in Puerto Rico. That's where I'm from. So I never saw one. And then from there, I moved to Texas. From there, I moved to Indiana. And it was in Indiana in my 20s when we went to a restaurant. And the landscape in front of the restaurant, there were these plants. They were green and white and so pretty. And I was like, what are those plants? Well, they were hostas. So now, move forward in the future. I started working with Extension. I started working with Master Gardeners. And then I knew what hostas were and how many of them, and I got hooked.
How many cultivars do you have in your yard?
You know, I get that question a lot. I'm not going to count. First, it's hard to figure out. Plus, I'm sure there's a lot of people that have way more than me. So I'm not going to say, well, I have 150 and you have 200. Let's say that I have plenty of them.
Where do you get most of your hostas from?
All kinds of garden centers, plant sales. It's great to know master gardeners because they are very generous people and they like to divide their plants and give away. And many of the hostas that I have been given to me by master gardeners, which it adds an element to the plant. In addition to say, oh, here's fashionista, I remember the master gardener that gave it to me. So it has like a more like a human connection to other people just every time that you look at those plants.
Are hostas a popular perennial?
Very popular. They're easy to grow. They tolerate shade, dapple shade. Some of them may tolerate a little more sun. They tend to grow in zone 3 to 9. So here in Brainerd, we are zone 3. I can tell you, southern part of the United States, Miami, chances are you will not see hostas. They need a dormant period over winter. Hey, a good thing of living in Minnesota, we can grow hostas and they grow well. So,
What are some of the different shapes of hostas that you have, and what does that mean?
shapes, if you're talking about the whole plant, there's two basic shapes. There is the mound shape, so it goes kind of like this, or the vase shape, so it goes from the bottom and it grows up. So depending on the landscape, what you're trying to accomplish, the back of a border, the front of a border, a mound shape like golden tiara might be better than regal splendor like this one is a vase shape. So those are the two basic plant shapes.
Jackie, what are some of the different leaf shapes of hostas?
There are 4 basic types of shapes. You have the heart shape, there's also oval shape, lens shape, which is just really long and skinny, and we also have the cup shapes, and those are kind of cute. One great example is a Biqua drinking gourd, and I do have that one.
You obviously must be able to have different colors too.
Yes, and if we're talking about solid colors, so you have your solid green, solid blue, solid gold or yellow. And now there's white hostas, which is more of a novelty plant